Reesie the Blind Dachshund, a true story. Reesie was born in Louisiana. We don't know much about that part of her life, but what we do know is that she ended up in an animal shelter and then eventually on a bus headed north. After traveling many long miles, she spent her first night in a new shelter close to our family in the state of Maine. She had a lot of noisy neighbors who were also hoping to find a new home. Mama fell in love with this scared little dachshund at first sight. Our house is full, but Mama felt that we had more room in our hearts, and she wanted to adopt a little dog. She made a trip to the animal shelter, and a shy little dachshund named Reesie simply stole her heart. The kind person working at the desk said it would be best to take her home right away, just in case someone else came in and wanted to adopt her. Mama really wanted to make sure her family was okay with it before she brought this sweet little dog home. Most of the family loved the idea of adoption. Dad was a little nervous about how a new family member would fit into their busy and full life. Mama headed back to the shelter early the next day. Unfortunately, someone ahead of her in line wanted to adopt Reesie. She just needed to introduce the little dachshund to her dog. Mama was heartbroken. She told the helpful front desk person she would be out in the car just in case. Mama was sad. She waited in her car, not daring to hope. Suddenly, the kind woman from the shelter tapped on her window. The other person had changed her mind about the adoption. Reesie was still available. Reesie moved into her new home with us on a wintry Maine day. She had probably never seen snow before. She did not like the icy weather, but it was warm in the house. She cozied up with her new family. We were all very excited to meet her. Only Dad was still not sure how he felt about this new addition to the family. Reesie began to settle in her new life. It did not take long for our family to realize that she was special. She did not behave like other dogs we knew. She didn't fetch or play, and she kept bumping into things. Mama took Reesie to the veterinarian and told him, "We think Reesie may not be able to see very well." The veterinarian waved his hands in front of Reesie's face and got no reaction. He checked her eyes. Reesie was mostly blind and would eventually lose all her sight. That changed everything. We now understood why Reesie was different. Blind dogs need extra help. She would walk right into the cats. She could not go downstairs by herself. Reesie loved being outside, but she could not go for walks like other dogs who could see. She ran into things. Reesie needs help with some things, but there are so many things that she can do and enjoy on her own. She loves to roll in the grass on a warm, sunny day. Reesie likes to run in safe places. The beach is her favorite, even though she runs in circles. Reesie loves to take naps on the couch. Dad gradually warmed up to Reesie and often takes naps with her. Reesie is full of love and fits perfectly in our family. She loves to snuggle anywhere she can. Reesie has lots of family and has made many friends. She is a very special dog and is very well loved. When people first meet Reesie and learn she is blind, they often frown and say, "That is so sad." Reesie is not sad. She can feel the love around her and shares it back. We are so happy that she joined our family. The end.
Thank you so much for bringing Reesie in to see us today. And who was that dad in the story that wasn't so sure he wanted Reesie?
I must confess, that was me. I've been a dog person my whole life, but when you raise kids, and my kids were younger at the time, I really didn't think we had the energy to introduce a dog in our life. So I was definitely resistant to the idea of adopting a dog.
Well, it all seemed to work out for the best for you guys and Reesie, didn't it?
Yes, it did. She's a sweet little girl, and it didn't take long for her to become a cherished member of the family. So it's hard to even think of her as a dog because, as you see in the book, she can't go up and down stairs. So I have to carry her out to the bathroom and things of that nature. So she has some special needs that way, but she really has become just a regular member of our family. Mm-hmm.
That's so awesome. She's very sweet. You can tell she loves her person there.
Yes, she does. She loves to be held. It's her favorite thing. And whether I'm sitting on the couch and watching hockey or playing an instrument, she likes to snuggle right up against you, and just like, that's her favorite place to be. Yeah.
So she is, since she can't see, she does have to do a couple things differently, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you mentioned that you have to carry her up in the stairs. She doesn't go for walks the same way. Mm-hmm. What are some ways she's figured out to navigate her own world differently?
Well, even going for walks, she will go for walks, but it's not like what you normally see a dog going for a walk. I live in the village of Cape Porpoise, and there's a lot of dogs that are walking back and forth in front of my house. And her favorite thing to do is to walk and just sniff and smell and just slowly work her way. The distance she'll travel in a walk is maybe 50 feet, maybe 100 feet on a big day, whereas most dogs are barely getting started at that point. But she just takes her time, and she loves to be outside, and she loves to do those kind of things like go for walks. It's just done very different and much more small scale.
Yeah, so dogs, humans, we navigate the world with our eyes most of the time, right? Mm-hmm. But dogs, what do they really navigate their world with?
No, she uses her nose.
The nose, exactly.
And because she bumps into things every day, all day, she probably has one of the strongest noses. Physically, as well as sniffing, yes. And she has an excellent set of ears. So she will, like, for example, you just have to jiggle our front door knocker just ever so slightly, and she announces and barks just like a normal dog. So I think the rest of her senses, her taste, her smell, or her ears have probably developed a lot more since she can't see. So.
Definitely. That's awesome. So she navigates the world a little bit differently than some other dogs might, but she still does it in a way that works for her and makes her happy.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
And I like at the end that you pointed out that people oftentimes say when they see an animal that's different, that it's sad. And we don't think Reesie is very sad.
I know, you can't look at her and think she's sad. She's a very, very happy and fulfilled dog. I think the only time she really gets sad is if I have to go do some chores around the house and she can't sit on my lap. But no, it's all relative. I mean, anybody who has to grow up with some sort of a disability or special need, it's very normal for her to be this way. She doesn't really know any other way. So, you make the best of the situation you have, and she certainly has. And we were very lucky to get her here from the Animal Welfare Society. So she ended up in a place feeling loved and cared for. But yeah, very happy.
We are so glad that she started her journey here at AWS and ended up in a fabulous home with you guys. And now you get to share her story.
Yes, and that was I've never thought I was going to be a children's book author. I just love the story about how she came to us and how she became, we discovered her blindness. And I have a sister who's since passed away who had a lot of special needs, including blindness. So it's sort of a soft spot in my heart. Yeah, and so I kind of put this book together to raise a little bit of awareness and raising money for Guiding Eyes for the Blind, who trains guide dogs. So it's been sort of a labor of love to try to put this project together. It's amazingly illustrated by Leah Payne, who is a local from Kennebunkport.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, she's a daughter of a friend of mine who's an amazing artist, and really this is what really brings this book together is I think the illustrations that Leah was able to do.
And where can we find more information about this story if somebody wanted to purchase your book or make a donation to Guiding Eyes for the Blind?
Yeah, Reesie has her own Facebook page, and if you just go into Facebook and look up Reesie the Blind Dachshund, which I always had a hard time spelling, if you just start typing Reesie the Blind, you will find it. And you can see videos of Reesie, you can see where you can order the book, you can order on Amazon, you can also order from Maine Authors Publishing. It's a Maine-based publisher that I use, and you can order from their website. It's also at Bradbury's in Cape Porpoise and in other bookstores. You'll find it as well. But if you just go to her Facebook page and like it, and you can see, and I'm putting pictures of her and videos and so forth, so you can learn more about it there.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you to Ms. Reesie for joining us as well. She was a very good guest as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. Thank you.